Shalom Uvracha. Welcome, everyone. So a few years ago, Hagit and Rabbi Ron Mass walked into Beth Chaim and said, hey, I was a congregational rabbi and I've relocated in my retirement. We'd love to find a community and can we come and pray with you? And so I had the pleasure of getting to know a retired colleague and his family, which is when I met Sivan. I think it was one High Holy Day season, and just so happens, because this is how the Jewish world is, that my husband Sean and Sivan were in youth group together however many years ago. So wherever you go, there's always someone Jewish. The Jewish world is very, very small. Well, since I had the pleasure of getting to know this family, Sivan and her family moved to Israel. And we know how incredibly challenging it has been to live in Israel these last few months. And so we're so glad to see you, healthy, well, here, home visiting for the holiday of Passover. And we're so incredibly grateful that Sivan Masslieber has come to share her beautiful music with us that we pray will stir our souls and help reconnect us to a place near and dear to many of us and help us channel that much needed peace or shalom. Sivan.
So much. Thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. And I am just so thrilled to be here with all of you. My name is Sivan, as you just heard, and we moved to Israel. It will be 2 years in July. We moved back. My husband is Israeli. Those who know my parents know that my mother is Israeli as well. And when we moved back, little did we know what we were getting ourselves into. We returned a few months before the political upheaval. And then we had a few months of really lovely peace. And then, as you know, everyone has the memory of where they were on October 7th, I'm sure. So today, I want to tell you my story. And in doing so, I hope to help you see yourselves as part of the story, because all of us are part of the ongoing and unique and beautiful story of the Jewish people. As we say at the beginning of every tour that I give at the ANU, which is the largest museum of the Jewish people in the world in Tel Aviv, where I work. And in doing so, in seeing ourselves as part of this ongoing story, my offering to you, to us all, is that we will be able to build a little bit of resilience. We will be able to build a little strength, connection, and a little bit of hope, because that's what the world needs right now. So I'm going to sing you my first song, and then I will tell you the story of how the Concerts That Raise the Light came to be. So this song was written on October 20th, and I guess I'll tell you a little bit of the story now because I'm leaving you in suspense. But, okay, I'm telling you the story now. So we were camping on October 7th in the hills of Jerusalem. I was supposed to have started 2 new jobs on October 8th. And when we were camping, my daughter is here, and I will just share for now that it was close, and it was loud, and it was a lot. It was plenty, and it kept getting closer and closer. And the world was turned upside down. You know, we as Jews have had this beautiful luxury and delight of feeling safe and secure, and like we're in a place of power, and a lot of safety and security comes from that for decades now. And so to be rocked with the most terrifying tragedy that we've ever witnessed in the state of Israel, in the modern state of Israel, in this day and age, and then to see the ripple effect of it out into the world. We are all united, we are all connected. What happens to you here directly affects me there. And what happens to me there directly affects you here, and all of the other Jews around the world. So on October 8th, I did not start those 2 new jobs. And I've been writing music since I was my daughter's age, Ella, since I was 7. And I have hundreds of songs, and I've never really done much with them, other than playing for people here and there that I love. And on October 8th, I said, okay, well, the thing that I'm doing, since I have nothing else to do other than hope and pray and try not to be scared, right? I'm going to write music. So I wrote one song a day. I decided I'm writing at least one song a day. It doesn't matter if it's good. I'm going to post it. And it became a war diary of sorts. I kept up writing one song a day for about 2.5 months. I'm still writing, but not every day religiously as at the beginning. And I posted every single day as often as I could. And I got a lot of feedback, and then the feedback turned. And it kind of chased me off of social media, honestly. I erased social media from my phone. And then I've always written on the piano. And I started to slowly come out with my guitar. This, by the way, is not my guitar. This is my daddy's guitar that he played my entire childhood. And so it's very emotional to me to be playing it here with you. It's very special to me. So thank you for lending me your guitar. I started bringing my guitar out with me. I went to cafes and played, and the forest and played, and just wherever I sat and played, people would stop, and they would listen. They would sometimes ask if they could record me. They would sometimes ask for an explanation, because all of my songs are in English. And people would laugh, and they would cry, and they would feel release. And then slowly that evolved into being invited to play in different people's homes, in their living rooms, in their backyards. I've played at nursing homes, at a retreat, at a yoga center, all different places. And at a certain point, I said, this is something that I need to bring to the diaspora, to outside of Israel, to the Jews of the world. And so this is my concert of Raising the Light. It is original stories and song of hope and resilience. The stories part evolved because people wanted explanations. So I would explain in Hebrew, and then I would sing in English, and so on. And it evolved into this offering that I'm so honored to be sharing with you here at Beth Chaim. It's a beautiful, beautiful congregation that I feel so welcome at every time I come visit my parents. I feel really grateful for you, because I now feel like I have a pseudo home base once again in a community here in America, and that means a lot to me. Ironically, in Israel, I don't have that community in the same way that you do. So I feel very, very lucky to be here and sharing this with you. So that is the background. I hope that as you listen to the words and the stories, that it might stir something in you. If you have something to share with me after, or any stories, I would love to hear them as well, because as I said before, we are all one big, ongoing, very unique, beautiful story of the Jewish people. And we are resilient, and we will continue on. So I hope that by the end of this concert, you will feel that hope, you will feel that strength, you will feel that power that we have. And so let's begin with my first song that now I'll say I wrote on October 20th. I was sitting at a cafe, and this just came out of me, and I was thinking to myself, none of this would be happening if people stopped believing that we are supposed to be able to conquer land. And I thought to myself, only humans try to conquer the sun. Only we think that it's okay to try to do things like that. So this song is about that idea. It's called Let Rise the Sun. And my favorite line that I'll read to you is, when Rabbit finds herself in Owl's claws, she surrenders and returns to source. And one day, she'll join herself back in the ground and let the worms feast on what they've found. So we're part of this cycle. The sun will keep rising even if we try to conquer her. And I hope that it will bring you hope and resilience as well. So this is Let Rise the Sun, written at the goat farm near where I live on October 20th. For the sun still rises on the other side, and the moon sets down with the sun, and the stars will never ask us who has won. They'll just continue to shine. And though predators and battles may exist, in the cycle they only consist of balance and harmony for all. There are no conquerors in nature after all. For we are one. Only humans try to conquer the sun. And when Rabbit finds herself and Owl's claws, she surrenders, returns to source, and one day she'll join him back in the ground to let worms feast on what they found. And the rain comes down to cherish all the earth, then rises to blanket with growth, and the seasons give way to share the cycle. We all benefit from treasures of the other. All for we are one. Only humans try to conquer the sun. For the sun still rises on the other side, and the moon sets down with the sun, and the stars will never ask us who has won. They'll just continue to shine on us. So let's stop proving who has won. Let rise the sun, let rise the sun. 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 So I hope the sun is starting to rise in our hearts. And now I have a song written the day after, on October 21st. And this song is called Together. And you have a part in this, because when we all share our frequency in love and light, it ripples across the world, and it uplifts. I have friends who believe that even though right now might feel like a reckoning, and this is what people are saying in Israel, that even though it feels like a reckoning, this is also the beginning of a new shift. A shift into a new world order, a shift into a new type of connection. And this song is about the idea that if we join together, join our hands to make the biggest sonic boom of love the world has ever known, is in the song. So never again will hatred yield its merciless sword on those we know. So together, help me out. Let's join our hands. You don't have to literally, but our hearts and our minds and our souls. And let's make the biggest sonic boom of love the world has ever known with the song Together. thing we really have to fear is losing faith. The way I see it, all we have to lose is our pride. The only rhythm we all have to follow is our hearts beat. The only way we'll ever reach the light is together. If we try together, the hearts of millions singing as one. No matter, without a second thought of where we're all coming from, we'd better join our hands to make the biggest sonic boom of love the world has ever known. So never again will hatred yield its serves a sword on those we know. They say the only thing we really have to do is give it time. I say we've got to do a little more and draw a line. We've got to keep on seeking out the other and be open to listen to the other brother's story without smoking. Together, the hearts of millions singing as one. No matter, without a second thought of where we're all coming from, we'd better join our hands to make the biggest sonic boom of love the world has ever known. So never will hatred yield its merciless sword on those we know. We say to children not to fight with words or their fists, then model just the opposite direction, we insist. The balance of the stories and the light is a tangled, twisted path. We've got to make ourselves capable of seeing past the lies that led to that. Together, the hearts of millions shining as one. No matter, without a second thought of where we're all coming from, we'd better join our hands to make the biggest sonic boom of love the world has ever known. So never again will hatred yield its merciless sword on those we know. Together, the hearts of millions singing as one. No matter, without a second thought of where we're all coming from, we'd better join our hands to make the biggest sonic boom of love the world has ever known. So never will hatred yield its merciless sword on those we know. The only thing we really have to fear is losing faith. The way I see it, all we have to lose is our pride. The only rhythm we all have to follow is our heart's beat. The only way we'll ever reach the light is together if we tried. So, we are all part of this story. And I want to share a little bit of the philosophy behind this song and a few others. Because as I was writing them, it was just spilling out of me, but I realized afterwards that it really is, it's all about peace, it's all about togetherness, it's all about hope. And at the museum where I work, we talk about a hope kit. We're building a hope kit with people. And it's their beautiful work, so I'll just cite a little bit of it. But what they say, and this is based on research by, I think, a social scientist at Duke, that the most resilient we can be to tragedy and to trauma is to actually see ourselves as part of an oscillating story. So instead of seeing things as only supposedly going up or only supposedly going down, the people who tell stories as ups and downs are those who are most resilient, are able to then stretch that hope muscle, build it, and understand that even after a horrific tragedy like the one we are currently continually experiencing, in Israel we say, maybe the world has moved on, but we're still there on October 7th. And I wonder how you all feel about that. if we only look at the dark and we don't look at the possibility of light that's come again and again after the dark, then we'll be stuck there. But if we remember that once upon a time, thousands of years ago, our temple was destroyed, and the world of Judaism as we knew it was ending, and then rose up Rabbinic Judaism, and all we know from that. And then we witnessed 300 years of golden beauty in Spain, only to be exiled. But after that, we spread across the world, and here to America as well. In the Holocaust, the world seemed like it was over. And look at the beauty of the state of the modern Jewish state that was founded after that. So sometimes the up takes time. We might not see it in our lifetime. We might. But knowing that it's coming, knowing that even if there's a down, there will always be an up, is a really important piece of learning for us all that has really given me a lot of strength. And in Israel, that's what happens. When we were in Jerusalem, in the hills of Jerusalem camping, my Israeli husband, after the second siren, was like, "Oh, we're going to still go hiking, right?" That's what he said to me. And I said, "Absolutely not." After the 10th or 11th, we understood that that wasn't going to happen. But, that's the Israeli mentality, right? To keep going. And not long after, yes, the school shut down. Yes, we all were in this space of disillusionment, anger, disbelief, fear, and trauma. And then we all went back to work, and we all went back to school, and we all continued on with our daily lives. And I think that is the most important thing that we can possibly be doing, because the most virulent weapon that is being used against us right now is psychological warfare. And the moment that we allow ourselves to be stopped by that, they've won. I don't like saying we and them, but. And my daughter attends a school called Oasis of Hope. It is one of the only schools in Israel that has both Arab Israelis and Jewish Israelis in the same classroom, every classroom. And they returned a month after, in November, and they've done beautiful, beautiful work to bridge between the children in every class. And there are Arab Israeli teachers and Jewish Israeli teachers in every grade. And it's not perfect by any means, but it's a really important place, and I hope that places like this will continue to grow as well. So that is the context of that song. I hope that it gives you a little bit of strength and power. And now we have a very special surprise, because said daughter, who goes to said school, has actually helped me write a song. She co-wrote a song with me called "Nothing is Stronger Than Love." And I would like to invite Ella Sophie Lieber to come up to the bima and sing her song with me. So please welcome Ella to the bima. Come, sweetheart. Here you are, my lady. Many of the lyrics of this song are Ella's. And like I said, this song is called "Nothing is Stronger Than Love." Whenever you're ready.
Oh, and this is not on.
She's already a natural on the stage.
No.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, let's
Okay.
do it.
1 and a 2 and a 1, 2, 3. I'm on a side face, so beautiful, just in one of the
your face, I knew I was in love because you to me looked like a goddess shimmering above. I asked your name, it sounded like bells to me. You were all I could see. It was all
so blurry, but you were clear to me.
Whoa.
So beautiful.
Ready? Here come the bells. 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 When I hold
Hold your hand, I finally understand. Nothing stronger than love. Nothing stronger than love. Nothing stronger than love. Nothing stronger than love.
Nothing stronger than love.
Nothing stronger than
Nothing
love.
stronger than love.
Nothing stronger than love.
Nothing stronger than love.
Nothing.
Nothing is stronger than love. Yay! Yeah! Okay, take a bow. Ready?
You were great.
Okay, one last hand for Ella, Sophie, Lieber. Nothing stronger than love, right? Yes. So, like I said, most of my songs are usually on piano. So I am going to play you two that I wrote on the piano. Not all of my songs were happy. Not all of my songs were positive. I went through a spout of anger, of course. This is the song that maybe chased me off of social media. Perhaps it was the beginning. It's called Mama's Here. And it is the story of a mother wondering where her child is. And it is the story of a child wondering where their mama is. I don't think I need to say any more than that. This is for all mothers, all children who are searching for each other today. This is called Mama's Here. Mama, I'm scared, can I come sleep with you? I've had a bad dream, I don't know what to do. Mama, I need your touch, need you close to me. Can you please tuck me in, maybe sing to me? I don't know what to say when things are this way. What lullaby can make things right? Don't know what to do in this crazy world. How to make things right? God, give me a sign. So I'll hug my baby back to sleep tonight. Mama's here. Mama's here. Mama's here. Baby, where are you? I'm reaching out, but I can't find your touch. No matter where I search about, why aren't you tucked in bed, safe and sound? Aren't safe in your dreams? Why aren't you around? I don't know what to say when things are this way. What lullaby can make things right? Don't know what to do in this crazy world. How to make things right? God, give me a sign. So send my baby prayers tonight. Please be all right. Please be all right. Mama's here. Mama's here. Mama's here. So when a person decides to stay in a place that is torn with war, a lot of revelations come about. If you maybe recall, at the beginning of the war, the US consulate sent a notice to all of its citizens. We will help you return. So I said, okay, I'll check into it. I'll see what they have to offer me just in case as a backup. So I signed up for the consulate. I got back an email saying, tomorrow you are requested at 0800 at your own peril and risk of travel to the port of Haifa. You are allowed 20 kilograms on your back, and you will be required to sign a document that says that you will return all of the money to the US government upon arrival at your safe destination. We will drop you off with a boat to Cyprus. You have to figure out the rest of the way. That was the help. And there were also planes still flying. The planes, it was come to the airport, and you do not get to choose your destination. It will be either, I believe it was at that time, Istanbul or Frankfurt, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe also Italy. It might have been Rome also. But you don't get a choice, and you just go, and then you're just there. So I contemplated these things. I thought to myself, what do I do? What do we do with our child? Luckily, my husband was discharged from reserves about 2 months after I met him. So I've never had the direct experience of a person very close to me in the Army. We do have many, many friends who are serving, whose children are serving. Everybody knows someone who has been directly affected. All of us know someone who was very affected by October 7th. And I had a decision to make. I had been homesick the entire year and a half. And in that moment, I couldn't leave. And so I wrote this song. This song was written on October 26th. I believe it was right after I wrote the one about Mama's Here. Oh no, that was in November. Wrong timing. But this is to my husband, this song. It's dedicated to him. He's in Israel right now. And the story of this song is, I survived this story with you. And the story is, I chose my sacred story with you. So this is dedicated to all those who love another, who chose their sacred story with another. This is called Everything I Know. Everything I know, everything I thought, everything that mattered in this world. What is there to know? What is there to think? Now it's all simply scattered to the wind. But we must go on, I know this clearly too. All I want to take is this journey with you. Though the path's unclear, the story's halfway told. There's only one way I know it can unfold. With you, with you, with you. My story's intertwined only with yours. Its golden frames gloriously outline what will be told. That I survived this story with you. I chose my sacred story with you. Now it is so clear, I see my fate revealed. Told you couldn't leave your side when it mattered most. Strength is in our love, and hope comes from our faith. When we build that muscle, nothing can break. With you, sorry, with you, with you, with you. My story is intertwined only with yours. Its golden frames gloriously outline what will be told. That I survived this story with you. I chose my sacred story with you. I survived this story with you. I survived this story with you. I chose the sacred story with you. I survived the story with you. How's everybody feeling so far? Good? Feeling a little bit uplifted? Thinking about the person you chose a story with? So the next song is actually a song that I did not write during the war, but it really inspired me during this time. It is inspired by the time that was very dark for me right before I was leaving America. And the choice to move back to Israel was one of beauty and joy, but a lot of sacrifices. I was giving up a lot of things that I had built, that we had built, that I had hoped for, that we had hoped for. We had moved to Asheville, to a co-housing community. I had built a business. You can ask me about that whole story later if you want. It all crashed and burned when we moved to Israel. And I knew this was going to happen. I had been a teacher for 17 years. I left the classroom when we moved to Asheville. I reinvented myself. I didn't want to reinvent myself again. I was finished reinventing. I did it already. And here I was, once again, forced to do so. And this was all looming ahead of me. And I was sitting in this beautiful park in Asheville, in front of this roiling river, thinking to myself, oh, I'm not going to see rivers soon because, Israel's a desert. And I was staring at this tree, and it was the winter time. And the tree had no leaves. And I was just looking at it, and I was crying, and I was angry, and I was kind of pounding the ground. And then suddenly, I heard the tree talk to me. And it said, I'm not upset that I have no leaves. I'm not scared that I've lost them. I trust they will return in the spring. So I picked up my guitar at that moment. It was right next to me, and I wrote this song. It's called Shifting Waters. Since then, I've been honored to play it at many a friend's blessing ways. A blessing way is usually done traditionally right before the birth of a child in the 9th month, and the women in the community gather around, and sometimes we henna the mother's belly, and everyone brings blessings. And so this is my blessing that I brought to several friends of mine. And there's a part in it that goes, ooh-wah. And in Hebrew, ooh-wah is this sound of hope and excitement and amazement. It's like, ooh-wah, look at that rainbow. Ooh-wah. It's also the sound of birthing. Every mama in this room can tell you, ooh-wah, right? So, it is all of that and more. I invite you to sing the ooh-wah with me if you would like, also those at home, and join me in this rebirthing. This is called Shifting Waters. Oh, the skies gotten darker now, but not as dark as the womb. And I see my soul flying now to where I cannot assume. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. I sit and watching you sway now with your regal bed-branched naked silence. You are fully in your winter now, patient and dancing just the same. I wish I could stand patient as you now, accepting, not fearing tomorrow. You watch back with your love, and how you seem to drink away my sorrow. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, sing with me. Ooh, ah, ooh, ah. I cannot shift the waters. The tide's pull will always be the same. No, I will not try to shift the waters. The waters are not the ones to blame. Simply stop playing the game. I choose to plant my own seeds now, and they most definitely will be different than yours. There they will wait for the spring's green now, and grow into only what I choose. For I am both spring and winter now. I too can wait unrustled as the tree. So I plant my love into the earth now. Await the next shifting of me. Ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ooh, ah, ooh, ah, ooh, ah. Thank you. I have a friend who has a red tent in the moshav where I live. A moshav is a teeny little community, usually based around some sort of ideal, something that a shared belief. And they are very close-knit and insular. And my friend has this beautiful yurt that she calls the Red Tent, if anyone's ever read Anina Diamond's book. So she has brought the Red Tent to life. And before COVID, she used to have gatherings every month of the moon and Women's Moon. I hope it returns. But nowadays she does frequency therapy and healing circles. And she teaches of this idea that we are all 5 bodies. First, we are the inner child. Then we are the physical body. Then that body is wrapped in an emotional body. Then that body is wrapped in a spiritual body. And then all of us are wrapped in a halo. And our halos are huge and beautiful and impenetrable. And the inner point that connects all of those bodies is our truth, our true light. And our halos are in all different colors at all different times. But sometimes, as life moves us through, there are holes in the halo. Luckily, we can repair those holes by sending frequencies of different colors of light and visualizing them and filling up the holes. And she knows all of the light, and I don't remember them all, but yellow is faith, and blue is green is love, turquoise is laughter. I forget them all, but there are many colors. There's no wrong way to do it. But I invite you to do that right now, and also let's together all send light to all those who are still in bondage, who are suffering, all those who are suffering, anyone who's suffering for any reason, as we listen to this song, which has the message that the morning is always wiser than the evening. No matter what is happening, no matter how dark the night feels sometimes, there is always light that comes after it. So have faith in morning's purity, and in day's courage, and evening's light. And know that you are the light. Every single one of you is the light. This is inspired by the year of Shemitah, the year of rest. And it was written in the days of awe. And it brings the message, be not afraid. is wiser than the evening. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. I will anoint you with your own wisdom. It's not too late. It's not too late. And when the great white horse carries the dawn in, with the power of intention, the power of the truth, a freshness starts. I will remind you of your own glory, of the night release in arms, for you are dawn's light and day's fruition. You are the breath flow of life, so have faith in morning's purity and in day's courage and evening's light. In evening's light. So when you falter, you can fold inward. You can stand tall within your space. I will adorn you with sunrise charity. It's not too late. It's not too late. And I will carry you through night's questions. Be not afraid. Be not afraid. And you will rise up in your own power. You will ride through the stargaze, for you are dawn's light and day's fruition. You are the ebb and flow of life, so have faith in morning's purity and in day's courage and evening's light. You are the light. You are the light. We are all light. We have the power. You just have to let yourself see it. We are the light. We are the light. We are the light. Thank you. So, once again, we have a little audience participation for anyone who feels like they want to. The next song is a song that we might not be ready for yet, but I think because of that, it's very important that I sing it. It's called Bless the Stranger. And it comes from the idea that it is quite impossible to have an enemy once we know their story, once we take the time to truly know their story. So this song invites us to bless the other, to bless those that we don't yet understand, to try to be open and to also invite them to try to see us and hear our stories. And even if we don't have cooperation from the stranger at this moment, I think it's imperative that we keep trying. So your part in this song, if you feel called to sing with me, is we will bless all those who burst forth from her fold, because we all burst forth from Mama Earth's fold, didn't we? We will bless all those who burst forth from her fold. And the tune goes like this. We will bless all those who burst forth from her fold. Try it. We will bless all those who burst forth from her fold. You did great. Do it again. We will bless all those who burst forth from her fold. Great job. Try it without me. We will bless. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If you need help, listen to my daughter's voice. Okay? You did great. You did great. If we can do it, I have 2 other things I'm going to sing on top of you. We'll see if we get there. So this is called Bless the Stranger. And by singing this with me, I invite you all to bless the stranger and to share your story. And I hope that in sharing a little bit of my story, it has empowered you as well. And I welcome your stories after the concert as well. Bless the stranger. Won't you bless my way and make my mornings feel a little bit less traveled? Won't you mark my days, anoint my dreams like only you know how to do? When I lay myself down by my weary feet at daybreak's end, I say it's you who I'll be blessed to meet. As I breathe in the stars. We all rose from earth, so she's all ours. Do-do. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. It must have been the moon who swept me to her banks with her tides and all the madness that she brings. It must have been too big to even try to understand. And the earth, she has her secret rhythms. It isn't up to us to decide them. I read once that the light will finally unite us only when we bless the stranger's way. So won't you bless my journey for the sake of all who are beside me? Even if you don't agree with me, hold my hand. Then I'll make some room to meet you. Then I'll try to share your story so that all who came before me can also try to understand. Violin, don't have a violin, so. Violin, violin. Ready for your part? We will bless all those who burst forth from her fold. Great job. We will bless all those who burst forth from her fold. We will bless all those who burst forth from her fold. It must have been the sun who whispered with her rays, with the fire and the warmth encaptured in her gaze. It must have been too big to even try to understand. And the earth, she has her secret rhythms. It isn't up to us to decide them. I read once that the light will finally unite us only when we bless the stranger's way. So won't you bless my journey for the sake of all who are beside me? Even if you don't agree with me, hold my hand. Then I'll make some room to meet you. Then I'll try to hear your story, so that all who came before me can also try to understand. For we are building bridges, brick by brick. We're filling up the pieces when we try to see a stranger as a friend. So won't you be my partner for the sake of all the children, for the sun sets of the future. Hold my hand. Violin, violin, violin. Here we go. We will bless, yeah, all those who burst forth from her fold. We will bless all those who burst forth from her fold. We will bless all those who burst forth from her fold. We will bless all those who burst forth from her fold. Everyone always thinks it's over here, but it's not. Sorry. I just can't end it like that. Won't you bless my way and make my mornings feel a little bit less traveled? Won't you mark my nights, anoint my dreams like only you know how to do? When I lay myself down by my weary feet at daybreak, and I say it's you who I'll be blessed to meet. As I breathe in the stars. We all rose from earth So she's all ours. That's the end. Thank you for singing with me. Thank you for blessing the stranger with me and for holding hands with me. So, just have a little bit more. This song was written for my daughter when she was having bad dreams. Among the other things I've been trying to learn is how to lead dream circles. There's a lot of mysticism in Judaism about dream circles, in the Kabbalah especially. If you recite Moda'ani, I say Moda'ani, but if you recite Moda'ani lefanecha in the morning, you will maybe know that you are thanking God for returning our soul to our bodies in the morning. And so there's this belief that our soul wanders through the life of our dreams every night and can connect with our ancestors, with those we've lost. It can connect with our fears, with our hopes, with our dreams, with all the adventures that we have yet to try. And so when Ella goes to sleep, I don't say good night. I also say good night. But I say, I hope you enjoy shifting into your sleeping life and into your dream life, because it's part of our lives. But sometimes dream life is scary. Sometimes it's hard. And in the mysticism and in the world of dream circles, we're taught that there's no such thing as a bad dream. Even the hardest, worst nightmares are there. It's part of our own knowing and our own soul sharing a message with us. So if we're able to listen to that message without fear, we can learn something from it. So that's what this song is about. Any time, especially if you're watching the news right now, which I really recommend you don't do that often. But I understand the need to keep on tabs. But when you watch the news and that fear comes up, remember, there's no such thing as a bad dream. It's there to inform us. And I hope that the words of this song will give you a little bit of resilience when you're in that space of fear that is very natural, because we can't control it. So this is a way to meet that fear. The moment that we meet it, it no longer has a hold on us because it's no longer controlling us. We see it for what it is. So this song is called A Good Dream and is dedicated to my sweet Lula. Close your eyes, my darling, and settle in to rest, for it is within your sleeping life where we learn our lessons best. Relax all of your muscles, dear, and let go of all the day's hard things, for it is now when we invite in the dreams that the fear isn't strong as it seemed to be. So let us celebrate the dark for what it is, for what it does, and how it blankets us, and for how it helps to set apart the lessons that live in our hearts. So sink into your slumber and release into what can be, for in our dreams we have the power to dare to test anything that we see. Even in the midst of nightmares, in our dreams we have control. We can can shift the fate of our story. Listen to truths our wisdom already knows. So let us celebrate the dark for what it does, for what it is, for how it blankets us, and for how it helps to set apart the lessons that live in our hearts. It is time to let in wonder and remember always dear that no matter what comes to visit your dream, it is good, it's what you're meant to hear. And no matter sad or happy, scary, magical, or strange, your dreams invite you in to listen. They are your higher self's ways. Yes, you have dreamed a good dream, a very good dream, and the exact dream. You have dreamed a good, good dream, a very good dream, and the exact dream. You have dreamed a good dream, a very good dream, and the exact dream. You are meant to dream tonight. May you have a good dream. I can't do one more? Okay, I think it's... Okay. So, thank you so much for sharing this moment with me. And I hope that it built a little resilience, a little bit of hope, a little bit of connection. And thank you for sharing this moment.
I hope you'll join me in saying Toda Rabah to Sivan with a better Israeli accent. Toda Rabah. Please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. We hope that this can be one of your American homes. May you only have safe travels as you venture back to your Israeli home. And we're so glad we got to hear so many beautiful voices tonight. And I hope that your hearts were in this as much as your ears. And may we all find some, not only shalom or peace, but shalva, tranquility, a sense of groundedness, a connection that the music you provided enabled for all of us. And what a beautiful way for us to end our time together. On Wednesday nights, our teens are used to closing